Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and let's get ready for Bayloric TV.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Ingram Jones, and I have with me former heavyweight, two-time heavyweight champion of the world, Chris Byrd. Chris, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm great, champ. Just want to ask you your
Good.
thoughts. You're great at breaking down fights. Kovalev, Ward this weekend. Tell us the strengths and weaknesses of both fighters.
Oh man, Kovalev. Watching him fight live. I was in the corner with Jean Pascal last 2 fights ago, I think. Um, he's he can box. He got a lot of length. With his arms, and he uses his legs real well. And try to keep the space. And everybody know he can punch. And one thing I like about him, watching him box is he uses boxing skills along with his power, tries to set up the power. His length is good jab, and good legs to get him out in and out of the pocket. For him, and with Andre Ward, watching him since Olympics, for me, smart. And smart. Not like the biggest puncher, but he got some pop. He's smart. I think he would have to. He got to get close. I mean, I think Kovalev gonna try to keep him at bay, try to keep him boxing, and Andre can get close. He can outwork you. He can land certain shots. He's smart enough to make you miss, make you think. While he's thinking about breaking you down, he's making you think, and guys don't throw. So he shuts you down in that area. It's an interesting matchup to see how it goes. But like during the course of the fight, Kovalev have the power to, from 1 to 12 to, keep you in check or knock you out. I mean, keeping you in check is like keeping you off of him if he can and knock you out. So it's an interesting matchup. Andre just with a guy that used to go in 12 rounds, 10 or 12 rounds of full distance. Those guys are, hard to beat because they expect to go 10 to 12 rounds, so they know how to break you down throughout the course of the fight. And knowing how the fight goes, every time, knowing when to pick it up, when to slow it down, that type of stuff. So, this matchup is just a great matchup. Me, I don't pick anybody. I just look at everybody's strength and weaknesses, and with Andre, you don't find that many weaknesses. And people say, oh man, he don't punch hard. Oh, he punch harder than you think. He's just not a big puncher like Kovalev. But he's smart at the same time, which, it makes up for the non-puncher power, and he go the distance. And on Kovalev's side, man, when I've seen him fight just up close and live, I'm like, this guy can box. He's smart. He don't just think about power. He think about just beating you up, then knocking you out. Or he's satisfied with winning a 12-round decision. But in the course of the 12-round decision, he will, bust you up. So it's interesting. Like I said, matchup. I want to see where, Andre Ward, he's fighting at 75 now. He come and feel that power. What is he gonna do? Is he gonna kind of cave and just try to survive, or will he just use his mind? Okay, I got hit with that. He won't hit me with that again. I'm gonna still have a game plan to break you down. So, and that's how boxing is. I mean, we can say this guy gonna do this, and that, but until you really get hit, and that guys are, that can punch, and you feel some power sometimes, it'll change your whole mind. Vice versa too, because Kovalev thinking, everybody's saying, well, Andre don't hit that hard. until he get hit by it, and then he gonna be like, wait, and it'll shake him up. So it's a, like I said, it's an interesting matchup. It's a great matchup, probably one of the biggest of this year, and I'm even puzzled to see how things play out. Because I look at boxing as the style matchup, of course, but how they gonna fare? Not thinking this one guy because he can punch. Andre may can take his power like it is nothing, and then try to shut him down. But that's why I like Kovalev a lot because of his boxing skills. But on the other side, I love Andre a lot because he can shut you down. He's smart. He'll break you down. So that's why the matchup is so good.
It's a tremendous matchup.
Opinion.
A tremendous matchup between two great fighters, two elite fighters.
Two elite, and the thing is, it could turn out to be a so-called dud. Which for me, I love boxing, so people say, "Oh, that was boring. That was this." No, I still see the quality in both fighters in any fight. I never really say it, just was boring or dead. It's just two guys that's smart, and this fight could be like that. Could be a tactical matchup where you like, oh man, this didn't turn out like I thought it would. I thought it would be more, bang in there and a great fight. But for the real boxing people, it turns out to be a great fight because sometimes it's just you got two good boxers using their mind trying to break you down, and it could become so-called boring. But it's just two guys playing chess trying to put you in checkmate. So, it's just a good matchup. I mean, you look at the two styles is kind of contrasting styles. Of course, the advantage go to Kovalev. He's a natural light heavyweight. This is like Andre Ward's third light heavyweight fight.
Fourth, I think.
He's natural light heavyweight.
Yeah.
He's a strong, dominant champion. Of course, most people would lead towards Kovalev, but Andre, that's Andre. We know him. It's like the Super Six. Who picked him to win the Super Six? Nobody.
He was the underdog.
And he uses his boxing skills and his brain, the smarts, to get by. If he don't get caught with the big shot, his brain may get him through. But like I said, on the flip side, Kovalev is smart too. He's become a guy that's a puncher, but don't rely on his punching power until he needs it. He'll break you down first.
It's an exciting fight. Just before we close this interview, very quickly, I want to ask you. There's talk again. Skip Bayless after Conor McGregor's win on the weekend. There's talk about McGregor Mayweather. And Skip Bayless has said openly, Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather boxing match. Floyd don't want any of that. Is that not a disrespect to the rest of the boxing community?
That's funny. I guess that's to sell a fight. It's Conor, he may be, he's great in his field. He's champ. But, you go with a master in boxing, a guy that's seen all the styles, taking some hard licks, and at the same time not taking licks more than he's taking licks. You go with a master guy. Floyd is. We talking apples and oranges, and the apples are the dominant in this, and Floyd's apple. It's a matchup. As far as name the best in MMA, best in boxing. But I mean, be realistic. People be realistic. I'm gonna come. I'm a baseball star going to play in the NFL and come just straight in and be dominant. And be real. They're not on the same level. So it's a great name, marquee, a great build up to it. Will be great for both sports. But Skip ain't never threw a punch, never been hit by a punch in his life. How would he even know anything about it? He probably never even put him. He never even threw a punch.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's be real. But
Absolutely.
it will be a great matchup as far as name value and great for both sports.
Shannon
But
Briggs, somebody you know very
Shannon,
well, is fighting for the world
yeah.
title against Lucas Brown. Your thoughts?
Oh man, Shannon. Hey, I spar with Shannon. I got in the ring with him. He still got a lot left in the tank. Strong, fast, intelligent. Been around the sport. We grew up in amateurs together, coming up. Been around the sport a long time. At this point in his career, smart. He can be smart when he wants to. So, and he's a big guy, so he brings a lot more to the table than Lucas Brown. In watching Lucas Brown and studying him and watching, and because that's what I do. I like to sit and just watch YouTube, watch boxing. Shannon could be he could be in the mix, but it's heavyweight. Anything happens. Lucas Brown is a big guy, and the thing about Lucas, he can go 12. I mean, he can go 12 good. He's moving, and he's sitting there. He got a pretty good pop. So, it's an interesting fight. But and both of them a little bit old. I mean, Shannon older, but Lucas is up there like 37 years old also. So, he's older too, and the experience goes to Shannon Briggs all day. Just pending, how boxing is, how you get in the ring and feel power and people change, but just fight for fight, looking at it, I gotta go with my boy Shannon. Like, easy experience. I always go with it. Guys with experience and know what they're doing, and if they can do it over 12 rounds, it's easy work. Like Floyd say, it's easy work. He know what he's doing in the ring. He know how to break you down. He know when to step on the gas and when to rest and break you down. I don't personally think Lucas know that much. When you look at his, guys he fought, you're like, oh, okay, they're okay, but nothing where you just been through this fire and have to, bite down and win fights. So I go with Shannon.
Chris Byrd.
And I don't pick. That's my boy.
Chris Byrd, thank you so much for talking to Bayloric TV. I know you're a very busy man, and we appreciate your breakdowns. Best in the business.
Yep, no problem. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, champ.
Yep, you have a good day, man.
You too, champ. Bye-bye.